How long have you been in the game, this social media monstrosity?
I mean, like since probably like the summer of 2014. I had like Vine on, when I was in college, and I would watch Vine for about a year. And then at one point I was like, you know what? I should just do this for fun. See if you could get 1,000 followers on an app.
Yeah.
And then you just kept goofing around and it kept getting bigger and bigger. So
at what point were you like, hey, this might be my career?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess when I got signed by
you do seem intelligent, so you seem like you'd go into a more traditional role of
exactly. Like when I studied pretty hard in college, and I really wanted to get a big boy
Texas
job.
of Austin?
University of Texas at Austin, UT, Texas Fight. And
I read.
I read the Vlog Squad wiki.
That's exactly where I went. I just Googled Matt King, and the first one that popped up, I clicked on.
I'm very proud of my alma mater. But I got a job with like Apple's ad agency out here, so I worked for like Apple's ad house.
So you were doing advertising? That's what you studied?
For like iPhone 5.
Wow.
Like Apple Music.
Was this pre-Jobs?
No, it was post-Jobs. Steve Jobs died in like 2012, right?
So you didn't get to meet the big king.
Wow,
No,
that
I
was
didn't.
10 years ago?
But we got to like work under Lee Clow, who did like the 1984 ads and
Yeah,
stuff. So.
that name doesn't have much of a ring to it when Steve Jobs is before it, you know what I mean? So let's go back to Jacob Elordi. How is he? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so.
And so I had that, but then I got like my first ad deal, and I did the math in my head. I go, I technically don't need to do this job. And during that time, all the Viners were moving out here. Like I met Zane, Heath, Carly, everybody like in one night. And then from there, it was just kind of like
How much was your first brand deal for?
$500.
But at the time, were you like,
I didn't realize you could ask for more money.
like we gave him 10,000?
I thought it was just like an offer, and you had to take it. And it was like an Old Navy, like it was a like white elephant gift exchange thing, and we had to like one Viner would like say, I have this as my gift, and then another person would have to steal that gift from that person.
Okay.
So I can't remember who it was. I think it was like maybe Jerry Perpdrank or somebody like that. Had a trip to Hawaii, and I stole the trip to Hawaii from him.
Good call.
Then you know who steals the trip from me is Josh Peck.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
And the whole time I go, oh, but these aren't real gifts. And then at the end they go, you get a pogo stick, and I'm like, oh, whatever. And then in the mail, I get a fucking pogo stick.
And $500.
So then I think in my head, so was there really a trip to Hawaii? And then Josh Peck got the trip to Hawaii.
Dude,
oh
screw
my
him.
God.
He gets my childhood and a trip to Hawaii?
Exactly. And he had a lot of money
But,
doing
yeah.
his Nickelodeon show. A trip to Hawaii is nothing for him. I had hardly anything in my bank account. I wanted that trip to Hawaii.
That's
but
disgusting.
not mad about it. I'm over it.
He's like, I've put that behind me.
I mean, my heart rate's through the roof, but I am over it. Yeah, that same man that stole that Hawaii trip from you sat there 2 weeks ago. Do you feel the deceit in the seat?
No, a little resentment, but
Yeah.
a little resentment. God, I have a funny story about Josh, though, but I can't say it.
Why?
Oh, those are the best stories, though.
Is there anything you can go beep?
That'll be like an Eminem song on the radio. It's just like, ba-da-da beep, ba-da-da boop.
So you came from that, and then what did your family initially think when you made the pivot towards not a higher education or using that higher education to solve job problems in your life?
They were pretty big on like, you should still keep your main job and just do this as a side thing.
Yeah.
Just mainly because they wanted me to at least like, I think have like a year of real world like job experience and working in an office. But then I really laid it out for them because I was saying all these creators are moving out here and they're all hanging out and like collaborating throughout the day. And I want to be a part of that. And I'm working this really, really stressful job. So I need to take the leap. And they were like, okay, give it a shot. But if it doesn't work out, go back to what you were made
Look
for.
at that support.
That's fantastic support.
Was it opposite for you?
Are your mom and dad both married?
Yeah, they are. Still
Happily.
together, doing great.
Nice, man.
They were just out here recently, weren't they?
They were. They visited. We had a really nice time with them. It was the first time my parents visited me, though, in like the 8 years I've lived in LA.
Okay, I was going to be like, what's it like to have parents that come and visit you? Because my parents still haven't done it, but I've really only been out here for 3 years. So
well, do you have siblings or is it just you?
Just me.
Yeah, it's just you. Well, my brother just moved out here, and I think finally they were like, oh, let's kill two birds with one stone and finally see Matt.
Who's the favorite?
He is for sure.
Why
He's more
do you think that is?
easygoing because I think I love my parents and my brother does too, but I don't know. I'm not like prone to conflict. I just like talking things out. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
You're a big resolution guy.
yeah, exactly. And my brother doesn't like arguments, but I'm not picking arguments.
Can we do a little role play here? Okay,
Sure.
I'm your girlfriend, and you just caught me cheating. Can let's talk this out?
Did I caught you cheating?
Yeah, but this is the next day. Like you've had time to settle down. You're not in full scream mode. Like we've decided on a time we're gonna get together and talk about the situation.
I already I know it's facts and I know it's true.
I was drunk.
Well, I'm sorry, but that doesn't forgive you.
It doesn't. You're right, but I love you more than them. It was just a really, really stupid mistake.
You don't love me enough because if you did, you wouldn't make that type of mistake.
Well,
You were
the
being
reason
selfish.
well, you've been out of town for a month in your safari, and I drank so much because I missed you so much, and I only agreed because the guy looked like you.
Flattering, but that doesn't add up. I'm gonna go.
Not as good of a lover, if that makes sense.
I'm leaving.
Does
right
not have
now.
the Donkey Kong dong.
How big was it?
Maybe
Not as
10
big.
inches.
Okay, well then maybe we can get back together.
As long as you can still out masculine the guy, then it's fine.
Yeah, that's the worst. Is like, yeah, if you get cheated on by someone who's just
What are your red
Where it
flags?
goes, that makes
besides-
wait, what?
That's the worst time when you get cheated on. You go, that makes sense.
Everybody thinks about it though. They like, Jesus, I can't.